Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It is a full moon that has come and I figured this would be a good time to do another reading. I feel like I need to go with something that I know through and through and have full trust in, and that is the Tarot of the Divine, which is not sponsored. I just purely love this deck. I will be looking at the possibility of oracles as well as we go through the cards, but how we're going to do this is I'm going to set up 3 piles, and there will be a unique system in order for you to be able to choose the pile that correlates for you, and then we will proceed with the readings. Alright, so as you can see, I have set up each pile with a Tibetan singing bowl, and I'm going to play the tones so that you can decide what tone feels the best for you. So we're going to start with the green bowl, then the purple, and then the gold. One more time, I'll let them blend together. I'll let you take a moment and decide which pile is best for you. We'll be going 1, 2, and 3, but you can find it in the description as well. So for those of you that chose the green bowl, we're going to be starting with you today. So let's take a look at the cards that you have. We have, see if we can get it to focus there. It looks like we have the Emperor, the Ace of Cups, oh, the Ace of Wands, the 5 of Coins, the Knight of Wands, rather, High Priestess, okay, and the 4 of Cups. So if I take a look at these here, we lay them out. It's interesting because you have a dichotomy between the Emperor, which is typically a very structural card. It's far more masculine and material. And you have the High Priestess, which is rather opposite, both positive, but rather opposite just because it is a lot more feminine, a lot more light, a lot more about intuition as well. And I would say that when it comes to your creativity, there's a bit more of a push, but overall I would say you have a pretty wide range of cards available. I would say here that the idea of egoic thought, excessive thought, I would say that's not going to be very present in this reading for you. There's not a lot of swords or any at all. So when I take a look at this, I see, well, several new opportunities and new ways of thinking. I see the opportunity to have something that could be seen as creative, something that you have had desire or passion towards, or even potentially travel can sometimes be associated with the wands. And I see that there's almost a desire to go into this recklessly, maybe an excitement to it. And you can also see with the Ace of Cups, there's a newness in this emotion. There's new potential, new ideas, and you're ready and willing to just jump right in. However, there's the 4 of Cups here, and I've always been a fan of the imagery, particularly on this card. I'll see if I can have it focus a little more. So the 4 of Cups, there we go. You'll notice that you'll see this Emperor, he has 3 of these fake or ceramic or some type of cup of a bird. It's not a real bird. And he's so overtaken and obsessed with these ideas of these opulent items that he's missing out on the beautiful birds singing on a cup behind him that is real, a real bird, and instead focused on this presumed reality or this presumed opulence. And so when I look at this, I do see your emotion might be, what do they say, putting the cart before the horse? So what I see potentially happening as a result is financial instability, some financial insecurities or issues by jumping in with your emotion. And I do see that there is some level or desire of structure that could help prevent this. So we want you to do this creative, passionate, travel-related thing. We want you to be guided by your intuition. We want you to experience these new emotions. But we also need to be aware of the illusions that could come and potentially cause a lot of emotional and material disruption and put you in a state of instability. So with that in mind, what I would like to do is take one of the oracle decks here. I'm feeling like the rose edition of the Threads of Fate oracle. It's one of my favorites. Might be a good option here because it generally goes with wide themes. It's not too particular, and I think this might be good to get an overarching idea or theme of what you could be moving towards. So, oh, there's 2 cards there. I think we already know. So we have withdraw with a fox. I'm just seeing if there's any fox imagery on here. No. And then we have share wisdom. When I see these, I kind of get the feeling that perhaps it's saying, because also the interesting thing is there isn't thought present in the current process that you're going. It could be saying that you need to withdraw and check in with your thoughts, perhaps. And rather, when I look at share wisdom, I also see it as receiving wisdom that has been shared to you. So perhaps there's a way to go about this. Say, for example, it's always the generic idea for wands, but if you want to become an artist and you're seeing this incredible opportunity to become an artist, perhaps first what you should be doing is going to artists and saying, hey, you know what? I have this idea. I would really like to pursue it. How should I go about it? And getting their wisdom or taking a mentorship or something like that, which could allow you. Now, because that intrigued me, now I want to go into the Astro Oracles deck and just see if there's anything that wants to pop up, especially since I'm doing this in alignment with a full moon. It might be interesting to see. There's one card in particular, so let's take a look. Jupiter, which is abundance, which I think is a nice balance. I think that something that we also have to remember through this process, because remember you have a 5 of coins, is that there isn't a need to be afraid or to think that the process you're going through right now will lead you to poverty or will leave you to be stuck with debt, for example. There is abundance available in your route, but it does suggest that thought needs to be brought to it and not necessarily jumping impulsively towards this next chapter. So take that as you will, but I hope that you enjoyed your reading, and if you'd like a more detailed reading, I do offer them in the description box, so you can check me out there. Hello, purple bowl pile, what should I call you? Welcome to your reading. So we are going to take a look at the cards that were provided and go through them together. So we're going to start with the Hierophant. Then we have the 10 of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Hermit, okay, the Fool, quite a bit of major arcana, the 5 of Wands, and the 6 of Wands. What an interesting setup for you. So I'm just gonna place these down. Again, fair amount of major arcana and an incredible amount of wands, but not wands that are in the early stages. So wands are typically ideas, passions, creativity, things like that. Could be travel as well, gaining notoriety, gaining fame, all of these kinds of things. And what I'm getting is that you've moved quite quickly into a new path, or this is going to happen soon potentially, which is that you've moved quite quickly into a new path. You jumped in and went full tilt, and it seems like you've been working through a lot of competition or a lot of challenges. Maybe there are others in your industry that you're having to work around or collaborate with, or just the general challenges that come with this. And then you have the Six of Wands, so you're starting to see the results of this, or you will be starting to see the results of this. You'll be getting the notoriety, getting the fame, and the success that comes through all of this process. But the Ten of Wands is a signifier. Can I talk today? A signifier of burden, of missing out on really enjoying the fruits of your labor. I mean, the imagery of this one, I forget the story exactly, but it's I believe it's a soldier or something like that, where he puts his ear to the ground searching for someone and just spends so much time there that he passes and the tree grows out. So he didn't really get to enjoy his life, and the fruits, being the tree in this case, that came out after it. So that's kind of what I'm getting a sense of here. And what I'm also getting a sense of with the Hermit and the Hierophant is that there needs to be, because there seems to be a lot of fast acting components here, there needs to be a point of retreating, not necessarily stopping what you're doing, but there needs to be a sense of returning to your roots, maybe finding a routine or going back to traditions, whether that be religious or spiritual practices, whether that be reconnecting with family or people that make you feel good, or just a general routine that makes you feel good. Although I will say that with the Hermit, it's probably a more individual process that you need to be going through and growing with in order to be able to enjoy what you're doing, rather than working so quickly through it, whether it's a new job or whatever, and not being able to actually enjoy what you're seeing. So with that in mind, let us take a look at the Threads of Fate Oracle, and I just want to see if there are any themes that pop out. Because obviously, oh, there we go. We have movement. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. There is a lot of movement currently happening right now. So let me just, oh, that kind of jumped. I don't know if you saw that. Shadow. Okay, interesting. So what I'm getting is that there could be a need for shadow work. So perhaps the inability to be able to really enjoy your successes and the fruits of your labor has to do with shadows. So something that you could look into is journaling, therapy, things like that, so that you can be fully enjoying. And I'm also going to pull from the Astro Oracle as well, just to see. Oh, that one felt good. I like that one. And is there anybody else? It kind of feels like the last card wants to talk, so... okay, that's why. So we have... Review was the one that kind of was just sitting out for me. Retrograde. And... Debilitated. Discomfort. This, again, is mirroring back to me the idea of needing to do some shadow work. And the review is kind of coinciding with the Hermit to me. So whatever you're going through or about to go through, perhaps keep this factor in mind, that you could end up not being able to enjoy things if you allow your triggers and your history to get too involved. And so I would take the time to do some journaling, some therapy, whatever you need, so that you can process the good and the bad in a healthy way that will hopefully improve your success. So anyhow, if you enjoyed this, I would very much appreciate any comments or likes or any notifications of that. And I also do more detailed personalized readings in the description below, so you can follow me there for more. Hello, Gold Bowl people. I still haven't figured out how to address you. This is one of my favorite frequencies. I didn't want to say it, but now that you're here and you're already knowing, that just, it like wakes up my third eye or something. I think that's actually what this is related to. It's either crown or third eye, this bowl. So let us take a look at the cards that we have for you. So we have the Chariot, King of Cups, Six of Swords, Three of Swords, okay, Five of Cups, Queen of Swords, and Two of Wands. What a wild ride. Okay. Let me take a look here at how this could be breaking down, because we have a lot of small stories is how I kind of am seeing this. I see a trip. Do you see it? Okay. Oh, I definitely see a trip, actually. Okay, hang on. Let's reorganize this because I see it. So I see the Five of Cups, Six of Swords, Two of Wands. Then, I mean, I just want to do this all next to each other, but I won't because I know that's too much for the screen. And then it would be probably Chariot and then these two. Because, and again, I read my way. If you don't like it, too bad. How I see this happening is that you are first going through a grieving process, which is the Five of Cups, which is heartbreak, grief, loss. Then Six of Swords, which is leaving a situation behind, moving on. And then Two of Wands and the Three of Wands. Both of which, I mean, Two of Wands is often a signifier of things like travel, things like making decisions to grow or to be able to manifest and whatnot. And the Three of Wands is saying that, yes, this is the right way. It is a way to move forward. You're at the early stages, but it's a positive step forward. Then you have the Chariot, which is just further suggesting that this action and this movement is going to be beneficial. Then you've got the Queen of Swords, clarity in your thoughts, and the King of Cups, fulfillment and strength in your emotions. So you start with the Five of Cups, which is one of the harshest cup cards, to the King of Cups, which is one of the best. Same with the Six of Swords, one of the most difficult swords cards, although, to be fair, the swords have quite a few. And then the Queen of Swords, which is a wonderful reflection of clarity. And so I see the potential of you making a decision to leave something behind, moving forward, and gaining that clarity and that desire for your life, which I love. I love that for you. So I'm going to take a look at the Threads of Fate Oracle, and we are just going to see if anybody has anything to say to us, because I do see that sticking out. Is there anybody else that's going to talk? I actually see three. So you know what? We're going to... Oh, wow. Okay. We're going to pull it. And I already see some pretty strong themes. So we have... My goodness, look at you. Okay. We have the Death card, which is what popped out at the end there. Makes sense. You're having to let that part of you die. You have the Warrior card, which I think is the process of building these things. And then you have the Seeker, which is regrounding your understanding of yourself and your sense of stability and finding new truths. So I'm going to also take from the Astro Oracle So I'm just gonna feel it out here. And what? I mean, that one's pretty clear, hey? Hearth. Vesta, which is it's actually a representation of an agricultural god, and hearth being a sense of home. So maybe in this process, it's important for you to find a sense of grounding. I'll see if anything else pops out. But that would make a lot of sense, right? If you're going through this change, it's important to have that reminder that you need to have something within you that grounds you. I'll be honest, I don't really feel like anything else wants to pop out there. So I think we're going to be leaving it at that. So you've got your travel and your journey. You've got the battles that you'll be going through, the wisdom that you'll be seeking, and that sense of groundedness that ultimately will be your end reality. So I hope this was great for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want something more detailed, I do far more comprehensive readings in the description, so you can check that out as well. If you liked this video, I of course appreciate if you leave a like or a comment or anything like that, just so I have an idea of what my readings are doing to benefit people. So yeah, anyhow, thank you so much, and until next time, have a good one. I'll talk to you later.